Hey, this is Amanda from The Fundamental Home, and today is Friday, and that means it's Fundamentally Frugal Friday, and I am here with this week's Fundamentally Frugal tip. I actually watched a video this week done by Fouch-o-matic Off-Grid, and I don't know if you follow their channel. I'm going to link up here to the video I'm talking about, but make sure you check out their channel and subscribe if you haven't already. But they're building a house from scratch. And I like to watch the videos and the progress and see the different things that they do. I really like Esther, and I love her blog. I love reading her blog. And her husband, Nick, he is quiet, and yet he has a lot of wisdom. So I really appreciate the things that they put out there. But I was watching their most recent video, and Nick was talking about building their house from scratch. And it really made me mindful of the different things that we do and how we do them because they are culturally common, but we don't actually think about their impact. Anyway, he was talking about building his house from scratch, and frankly, I don't even remember exactly what he said, but he made me think about if every family built their own house from scratch, would you have a house that was so big? And I don't think so. I think that if you actually had to cut down all of the trees and mill all of the wood, you would be a lot more mindful. They were even talking about how they've thought about their home and how they're going to use it in the future when they're older, and how they've put a master bedroom on the lower level, so it'll be something that's useful when perhaps they don't have as good a health as they currently have. And I think that's just it, that we haven't been, we're not always mindful of the things that we purchase and the decisions that we make, because we're really thinking about how good they are for right now. And sometimes you have to be more concerned about right now rather than the long term. But my tip this week is just, number one, it's two-part. Number one, to be mindful. Because I think that if you're mindful of your purchases and you think about it more long term, you will make better decisions financially. But number two, I think that the idea is to be as small or as minimal as possible. I think minimalism is making a comeback. I see a lot of videos with moms trying to minimalize the things in their home, and I think that's a great idea. I definitely think that we try to keep the things in our home minimal. But it's more than that. It's really making sure that you are not trying to go so big. If you really want to keep your budget tight, you don't have to have the bigger house, you don't have to have the fancier cars. Really trying to simplify and keep things small. Because I think those kinds of decisions, if we focus on being mindful and being minimal, then we can make sound financial decisions in terms of those expensive purchases, like a home, like a vehicle, and even when it comes to your closet, your shoes, things like that, where we tend to go overboard. If we're mindful and minimal, then we can make purchases that are practical and more conducive to long-term use, and use the money that we're saving for more long-term goals. I think that we've talked before that we have long-term goals in terms of our family, making sure, you know, the Bible says that a wise man provides for his children's children. So we want to make sure that the things that we have, we're trying to not only take care of where we are right now, but the long-term goal is to make sure that we are providing enough, not just for our children, but for our children's children. So anyway, that's just my thought for this week. I hope it's helpful to you. Thank you very much for keeping up with us with Fundamentally Frugal Friday. And one more thing. I actually forgot, but it was a good thing I remembered before I uploaded. I'm doing a giveaway. And, I'll link up here if you haven't seen the giveaway. It was for my goat milk soap, and I said if you commented on the goat milk soap video that you got 1 entry, and if you shared it, you got 5 entries. And I don't know if you can see this. That's how many entries there were. It was crazy. And because it's the sharing thing, I've got to do something different next time, because the channel is growing and I had tons of entries. I had to write all of these by hand, cut them by hand, put them in here by hand. It took hours, okay? So it took a really long time. So I'm gonna stir it up here and pick a name who's going to get some goat milk soap. Let me just dig way down in the bottom here. And I have one. we're gonna open it. I'll show it to you. Can you see that? It's I believe in. I believe in. You are the winner. So if you would contact me via messaging, I'm gonna try to get a hold of you and I will send you a box of goat milk soap. And thank you so much for being a part of the little game that we played. So anyway, that's it everyone for this week. And the kitties are fussing. But this week we have Heritage Homestead, where Brianna is making a cucumber tomato salad, and she is got a really super healthy meal. They've got some canned venison and some corn that they shucked, and I think it looks really tasty. In fact, I watched it and I was like, man, I want to eat that. So remember, this is Frugal Family Food Junior Edition, and we really appreciate the young ladies that are helping us out this month. So make sure you go check out their video. I'm going to link it up here, and say something good and encouraging to Brianna to let her know that we appreciate her putting together such a simple, healthful meal to help us to make good choices for our families. And I think it's just so neat that you have someone so young who already has so much knowledge, you know, that I know tons of grown ladies struggle with. So make sure you go there and thank her and let her know you appreciate what she's done. But anyway, that is it, you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations to I Believe In for your win, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.